In this video, we're going to discuss projects for this course. So in the Math 133 online course, there are two main types of projects. There's the computer projects and the paper and pencil projects. All right, let's talk about the computer projects first. These are huge projects that are assigned in order to ensure that you're learning to think statistically, i.e. critically, and finding where statistics is applied in the real world. You look at these projects as your opportunity to really learn about statistics. They're not just crunching numbers, it's you showing what you've learned. It's sort of like a take-home exam. I mean, these are big questions, big issues that you're trying to address. I tend not to give a lot of help on these projects, and tutors also shouldn't give a lot of help. These are supposed to be you pulling it all together and being able to perform sort of like it would be as if it was a take-home exam. Of course, it's not an exam, it's a project, but still. These will be done using Excel, the TI-84 calculator, and sometimes StatCrunch, depending on what's assigned, as well as a lot of good old-fashioned thinking and writing. So there are two large computer projects posted for the course under Course Tools, Document Sharing. I'll show that to you. Your projects, as always, need to be entirely done by you, reflect your own thought patterns. You cannot use anybody else's spreadsheet, anybody else's answers. Everything's got to be your own. If it is not, then you might fail the assignment, fail the course, etc. And these are already available. If I didn't have them already available, I would, but they are. So let me show you this. So click over here. Here's my math lab. I'm going to click on Course Tools. See the little arrow there? I'm going to click on that. Now, when you look at this yourself, most of this you won't be able to see. You can see the email, which allows you to email your fellow students, although there aren't any students in the course right this second. But if there were, you could click on their name and click Add, and you'd be able to email. Like right now, I'd be emailing myself, which I don't really want to do. And then document sharing. HTML ebook, by the way, is just another way to access the book besides the chapter contents version. So it's HTML supported. It's just there. I just leave it there. And the rest of the stuff you can't see. That's why it has a little monitor with a slash through it. That's not for students. All right, now under document sharing, you can see all the projects are here. Now this top bit right here, this is not where you upload things. This is just the generic course stuff, which don't put anything in here. Just don't, right? What you want to do is you want to click on your particular thing. So let's say you're interested in computer project number 1. So you click on it and you can see I already have a couple things uploaded. I'm the owner. I've uploaded them, Alana Tucky. You can see when I uploaded them, you can see that I've made it available to the entire class, and so far nobody's downloaded it. So if you want to download it, you click on it and download it. You won't see the edit and delete thing, I don't think, because it's mine. And then you click on it and you can get access to the grading rubric for the first project. There it is. So you can see I've delineated the 100 points that are available in the project. Here they are. Although technically I make the project work 65 points according to the syllabus. Let me go back here. You can see that the computer projects are each worth 65 points to get you a total of 130 points when it's all over, but nevertheless, right, it's quite a bit. So there they are. So what I do is I multiply whatever you get in the percentage times 65 points. So there it is. That's the rubric. And then here's the actual assignment. You click on it, you download it, and it has instructions in here, and there are actually links to videos available for you as well. You can see everything, right? This is an Excel file that you'll be submitting with lots and lots of parts. So there you go. And just a reminder at the bottom, do not cheat. Right? If you cheat, you can get a 0. So that's a computer project. So you might print this off or you might not, because this one doesn't need to be printed, and you might just leave it up there on your computer and do what it's saying. Again, I have videos here. If you click on that link, it'll take you to this video playlist, and you can see there are videos. There are 4 of them for this particular project, plus the uploading to my math lab, because you guys will be uploading to my math lab for this. How do you do that? Well, the same way I uploaded these documents in the first place. You click Upload Document. You want it to be the instructor only who gets to see your file. And then you click Choose File, and it'll be some Excel file somewhere. I'll just put this in, it doesn't matter. So there's the instructor only. I'm choosing the file. I click Upload, and you wait. Do not touch your computer. Do not do anything. If you have a slow connection in particular, it will not upload quickly. So don't click on anything. Just let it sit there and let it load. And there it goes. And mine's loaded. Now, me particularly, I don't actually want this one, so I'm going to delete it, but I don't think necessarily you have that option as a student. So you can see that I'm under computer project number 1 for this. If I click on computer project number 2, here it is. Now, computer project number 2 is actually not going to, you can submit it to MyMathLab, but it would be a scanned document, or you can just fill it out by hand and take it into the testing center when you do it. I have the grading rubric right here. I have the assignment portion of it right here, which is the actual questions. And then in here, I have the packet that you're going to need to print out because you're going to be filling out this packet right here. All these parts are what you fill out for this project, and then you turn it in when you take your exam. So you'll have to print those 9 pages and submit them to the testing center when you take your test on Central Campus. More about that in another video. All right, so there are those 2 projects. Now the paper and pencil, same deal. So paper and pencil number 1, let me click there. So I can see, this will be the only one that I have up right now. So I can click on that, and then there's a paper and pencil project here. You have to print this out and write on it with pencil, right? So you will type all over this, or write all over this with your hand and with a pencil, and then you will submit it to me. Now, how do you submit it? That's tricky. So let me go back to the syllabus and read through it for you. You submit 4 paper and pencil projects. Well, and I got to get to them. There they are. So you will submit 4 paper and pencil projects. You could see them in there under document sharing. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, and 4 are not yet up. They're not yet posted, so there's nothing to print out there. 1 is posted, and it's available to the entire class, and it's been downloaded once by myself. All right, so that's where they are. You are going to use your calculator to do these projects, right? So you're going to do them just like you would an exam. Right? You must show all your work and explanations to receive credit. Again, just like an exam. Think of both of these things as sort of like take-home exams. That's sort of what they are. Your paper and pencil projects, again, should be done entirely by you. If you cheat, if you use the same wording as somebody else, you copy off their paper, you can both receive 0 for the entire assignment, or the course, depending on how severe it is. These projects will not be returned to you. If you turn in the original documents, you will not be getting them back. So you might want to make copies or scans of them. So make copies or scans before you submit any original documents. Okay, which gets to the submitting part. So now paper and pencil 1 and 3 are slightly different than paper and pencil 2 and 4. Why is that? Well, it's because of the schedule. So if I go back to the schedule of assignments right here, you can see here's week 1, week 2, week 3. Paper and pencil project 1 is right here after chapter 4. It's covering chapters 2, 3, and 4. All right, but you can't submit it right then to me on campus. Well, you could if you're coming to campus, or you can scan it. Get a scanner or take it to Office Max and scan it, and then submit it under paper and pencil project 1. So you want to make sure that this little guy right here is selected. You can see the little arrow right there, and you would click upload document, and you would upload a document to me only that would be the scans of your files. So if you do that, then you get to keep your originals, which is fine, and then I will grade the scanned ones, and I will tell you your grade, and that's it, right? But you don't get to know, which question it was or whatever. Well, actually, you probably could if you emailed me. I'll tell you this question were the ones you got wrong if you email me. But you do not, if you come in and bring your papers to me on campus, let's say you're coming in anyway or whatever, if you do that, that's fine, but you will not get those originals back. So what you might want to do is make a copy, give me the copies, and keep the originals. As a matter of fact, I just changed the syllabus up here to reflect that. So if you want to look at them at a later date, submit copies or scans to me rather than original documents. So submit those copies or scans. Keep the originals for yourself, right? Keep the originals to study from. Okay? That's fine. Scan them, copy them one way or another. If you scan them, submit them under Course Tools, Document Sharing, where I am right here. Course Tools, Document Sharing, you submit and upload a document to the instructor only. Make sure that you're submitting it under the particular section that it is. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go back and make sure the syllabus says that. All right, so I added in, be sure to submit under the correct project area. Do not make me search around for your projects. If they are not in the correct area, they will receive a 0. And I will add that bit in too. If they are not in the correct area, they will receive a 0. Period. Or you can just bring it into Campus, right? Now, for the paper and pencil 2 and 4, you still have the option of making scans and uploading them. That's fine. Or you're going to be coming into Campus for sure anyway, because 2 and 4 happen at the same time as your midterm. There's paper and pencil 2 at the same time in the midterm, and 4 is at the same time as the final. So you could just bring those in and give them to the testing center. When you take your test, you just hand them the sheets. They know about it. That's fine. They will take care of it. Be sure that they are stapled in the correct order. That's one other thing. Be sure to include all pages and have them stapled in the correct order. A couple students last semester have lost lots of points because they accidentally left a page out. You do not want to do that, right? So make sure they are stapled in the correct order and that you don't miss any pages, right? Some people lost tons of points because all whole pages were missing. All right, so that's that. So the computer projects are here, right? Computer project number 1, computer project number 2, and so on. You must submit your computer projects correctly as well. So let me actually add that in here real quickly. There we go. I added to this just a little bit because computer project number 1 is an Excel file. So that will have to be submitted under computer project number 1. It should look dark right here with a little arrow next to it. And you should see computer project number 1 stuff here. If it is not submitted in here, you will not be graded and it will receive a 0, which is what the syllabus says, right? It must be submitted in the correct area. Okay, so then same thing with computer project number 2. Project number 2, however, is a lot like a paper and pencil project. It has a paper and pencil component that you'll be submitting. That's the part you turn in. So you will either make scans of your papers and upload them under course tools, etc., or you will turn them into the testing center. There, and I just added that. So be sure to submit them in the correct area or submit them to testing center, either way, but those projects will not be returned. So if you want them at a later date, submit copies or scans rather than the original documents. Okay? All right, so computer project number 1 is a lot like, well, it's kind of unique. It's up online, definitely will be uploaded under descriptive statistics. Everything's good. Computer project number 2 is paper and pencil to some extent. You just have to go to the computer to get the data. So you will either submit it to the testing center because it's a paper packet. You can see the packets available right here, student packet. You will find that packet, you will fill out that packet, you will turn in that packet, but everybody's data will be different, okay? So either you submit the packet to the testing center or you scan it and submit it online under computer project number 2, okay? Paper and pencil project number 1 and 3, you have the option of bringing it to me in my office or scanning it and uploading it. For 2 and 4, you have the option of scanning and uploading again, or bringing it to the testing center, or to me, quite frankly. If you want to shove it under my door, that's fine too. All right, I think we are all set there for projects. They're complicated to upload, but they're not complicated in terms of the ideas behind them. They're basically large projects where you are putting everything together, showing what you've learned, and you treat them very much like a take-home test. If you treat them like a take-home test and really study from them like that, you should do well in the midterm and the final, as long as you truly understand what you were doing in each of them. Speaking of which, the midterm and the final, I will talk about that in the next video. So I'll see you back here then for that video.